Hey guys, what am I standing in front of? Well, I did another video about how we have water shutoffs, what we call customer shutoffs, in the walls of our homes so that people don't have to run out to the water meter if there's a leak, don't have to find that tool that turns the water meter off. Half the time the water meter has gotten erosion and soil in it and it's hard to even find the little valve for it. We put these in the houses so somebody can come right into their garage, turn it off. We can also mount the leak detector systems like Mow and Flow in here also. But what's next to it? What is all this? This is all for a fire suppression system, i.e. fire sprinkler. So we're in a city where over a certain size house, you have to use fire suppression systems in the homes. It's not that big, it's a big house. When this started, I want to say this house was around 4,000 square feet. With all the upstairs we finished, it's probably heading up to 4,700. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not huge. You know, there were a lot of cities that, hey, when a home got to 10,000 square foot or something like that is when you needed the fire system. This city requires it for a pretty low square footage. You know, it is what it is. You have to do it, so it's part of it. They're not uber expensive depending on the contractor you're using, but you know, they're another cost. On the flip side, you've got a fire sprinkler in your house, so that's nice. This is kind of where everything comes in. It is tied to our main water line here. And as we can see, it runs up, runs through all the fire sprinkler controls, valves here, and then this is the piping that runs through the house. So even here in the garage, we can see above me here, kind of that red cap, and let me turn the camera around. That is fire sprinkler. So even in the garage, we have a couple of them out here, and we can kind of follow this line, walk through the wall, see where we have it in the bedroom. We have actually 2 of them in this bedroom, so those will be heads. So this house has been outfitted with a fire sprinkler system. Now, interestingly, normally we send the fire sprinkler company in dead last as what we would call the mechanical phase. So normally I always say mechanical phases are 3 contractors: plumbers, HVAC company, and electricians. But when we have to do a fire sprinkler, there will be 4. There will be a fire sprinkler contractor also. Normally we would send them in there dead last because we want to have the electricians have run all of their wiring, put their can lights and everything in. And I will give some backstories to what it's like being a home builder, because we had a situation where we've got cameras on all of our job sites. We had a crazy couple days where I was tied up with customers. My superintendent was on a big job we were getting finished. We looked on the cameras and said, great, the electricians are here doing their work. I come out here this morning and guess what? It wasn't the electricians, it was the fire sprinkler company. Didn't call us, didn't tell us they were coming out. So for anybody that's having a house built, for anybody that is a builder, you've lived this, you know what this is like. Hey, all the work's done, that's great, but generally I would want them to come in after the electricians are done, just because electricians are pulling wire and all this stuff. So obviously if something gets messed up, we'll fix it. But there are reasons we do things generally in the staging or the processes that we use, or the order, I guess I should say. And so this is kind of one of the funny things, just a little side note digression about what it's like being a general contractor, which is what builders are. We have to hire subcontractors to come do the work. And it's a big, as I've said before, it's a big coordination process. It's a scheduling exercise. And yeah, sometimes things go that way. I always say when I want them there, they don't show up, and then other times they show up before I want them there, which is what we had happen in this case. Not going to cause any problems, but kind of just wanted to tell you guys the side note about us having a fire sprinkler system in before we even intended to have it in. So that's home building for you. It's no problem for us. It's not going to be a problem for anything else. But hey, that's what happened on this job. At least that's done and out of the way, right? So when our electricians are in here, I'll do another video of how that process goes. And then after we get through all of these mechanicals, we will do inspections, insulate, and then start drywalling, move on to the fun part. Pretty soon I'll be doing videos about cabinets and countertops and flooring, some of the stuff that some of you might actually want to see beyond just construction stuff. So appreciate you watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.